Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Podmas, where today we will be talking about Christmas foods. We're doing this 24-day long, 24 night long series here on celebrating the holidays and talking about different traditions or stories or all those different kind of fun things. And well, tonight I want to talk about food. I can't be your friendly neighborhood fat friend without discussing food. So I'm the right guy for the job. So I think we should dive on in and start talking about some of the traditional, if you will, American traditional Christmas dinners. And while I'll be discussing some items that personally I'm not terribly fond of, I think it's fair that I try to give, the call out to different items that probably will be enjoyed this holiday season around the country. And let's start off with, of course, I think one of the top main dishes that most people seem to really enjoy, and that's a spiral cut ham, or a ham for that matter. Personally, this isn't one of my favorite items. Uh, I'll eat a nice Monte Cristo with some ham on it, but just giving me a ham sandwich or having slices of spiral ham, it's not really my thing. I'll eat it if it's what's available. Um, my wife, on the other hand, she absolutely loves ham. So, if this is going to be at our Christmas dinner table, I'm not probably going to be the one eating it. So that's okay. At least it'll get eaten. Next up, of course, is another standard, and that, of course, is the roasted turkey. In recent years, there's been a big popularity around doing, fried turkey. I don't know. It just seems way too dangerous to me. I've seen so many accidents, and it just doesn't seem worth it. But I love me a good roasted turkey. I am the one that usually prepares them in my household. And there's just so much goodness there. You've got the white meat for those that like it. You got the dark meat for those that like it. I personally enjoy both. I'll get down on a drumstick and turn around and eat a breast. I'm just happy to eat some meat. And so, just looking at this right now, my mouth is salivating a little. Because I love me some turkey. Of course, another big main dish that you might find served is a nice cut of meat, prime rib, for example. I've seen some places that do a beef Wellington, um, but of course, this looks like an amazing roast right here, and cooked to my personal preference, which appears to be around a medium rare. So yummy. Uh, I hope to have something like this year because that and some king crab legs, which I don't have an image for that, but king crab legs, man. Mm. Let's talk about some side dishes, and this is a prosciutto wrapped asparagus. You could do bacon wrapped as well, but uh, I think prosciutto just has the right amount of flavor, and man, these look delicious as well. Uh, you got to be careful though. Of course, as everyone knows, if you enjoy asparagus, the aftermath, the smell of the aftermath of asparagus is not quite enjoyable. So, if you are going to get down on these, don't have too many. Be kind to those around you. And of course, what Christmas side dish, what Christmas dinner wouldn't be complete without some mashed taters? And you can see they used a lot of butter on these ones, which I'm happy with. And of course, you can do your potatoes how you prefer. If you prefer, uh, au gratin, or if you prefer doing, I guess, baked potatoes. But to me, mashed potatoes with a lot of butter, that's the way to go. A standard side that you find this a lot at Thanksgiving dinners, but at Christmas dinners as well, is your cranberry sauce. And here in my household, we love to make cranberry sauce with Southern Comfort. Um, you just throw the cranberries in a pot, you throw some sugar, you throw in a ton of Southern Comfort. Delicious. If you haven't tried it, you got to go buy yourself a bottle of Southern Comfort and make yourself some homemade cranberry sauce. You'll absolutely, uh, I would hope you'll love it. And of course, finally, you've got to have rolls. These are specifically a cheesy pull apart bread. This looks delicious. Um, as I was doing my research for this episode and looking around on the internet for, different items, I came across this, and it's cute because it looks like a Christmas tree. But then the garlic and the butter and the cheese, and oh man, this makes me very hungry. I know what I'm going to be doing after I finish recording this episode. I'm gonna have to go eat some food. Uh, the one dish that I will talk about, just out of fairness, is a green bean casserole, which seems to be a pretty standard Christmas or holiday season dish. One, I can't stand green beans. They make me gag. Just is what it is. But for those of you that enjoy it, go have yourself some green bean casserole. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's talk about some holiday drinks. Wassail. If you don't know what wassail is, you got to go look it up. It's an amazing blend of, you can do an alcoholic wassail, you can do a non-alcoholic wassail, but it's just very delicious. You get a lot of the robust cinnamon and anise and apple flavor. It's kind of a cider, and so it's wassail. Look it up. There's songs, Christmas songs that say, here we go a wassailing. Well, it's because they're drinking as they walk around. The standard eggnog. Not a fan. Not I don't enjoy it. You can have it with alcohol, without alcohol. I've never really enjoyed it. And I don't know why. There's nothing in it that I don't like, but it's just not my jam. But if you enjoy a good eggnog, go get you one this holiday season, or head over to Costco and buy the big bottle of alcoholic eggnog. It's ready to go. You just pour it in your cup, have a drink. We're going to start getting into some of the desserts, and I thought I would start, of course, with one that is, for whatever reason, a holiday standard, but I've never understood it, and that's fruitcake. Uh, I don't, I don't get it. Um, Fruit pies, I understand, but fruit cake, uh, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I've tried eating it a couple of different times, made a couple of different ways, and it never works for me. But if you're a fruitcake fan, good for you. This one is a dessert, but it's usually not eaten, and that, of course, is the gingerbread house. I have seen some people where they make them and they do them all pretty and everything, and then they destroy them and eat them in the same day. I've seen some that make them and leave them up for a couple of weeks. I'm not here to judge. Gingerbread is not one of my favorite types of bread or cookies, for that matter. But if it's your thing, have fun. Now, if you want to see something amazing, go to the internet and look up Disneyland, or I'm sorry, Walt Disney World gingerbread houses. Every year they make an amazing gingerbread house, and it's up for throughout the whole holiday season. Sugar cookies. This is a pretty standard staple for the holiday season. Um, you would think, considering they're called sugar cookies, I would very much enjoy them, but I don't. I find them to be sweet, but otherwise pretty bland. Um, I'll eat them if it's what's available, but if there's other things, I'm probably going to look for something else. Candy canes. Now, growing up, I don't remember as a kid eating a candy cane until later. And I remember hanging candy canes on a Christmas tree, which I don't see a lot of that these days. I don't think I realized that it was food until I was a little bit older. And then I remember the first couple times I had a candy cane and I was like, okay, this is just a crap ton of peppermint, right? And it wasn't really my thing. And then they came out with the different flavored candy canes, and I'd have one occasionally, but this is a holiday standard, just not one of my favorites. Now we're going to get into some of the sweet treats that I absolutely love, and of course, first up are the chocolate covered cherries. Now these aren't necessarily just a Christmas or holiday season standard. You'll find these throughout the year, but these seem to get purchased and given out in bulk during the holiday season, and I absolutely love them. There are the cream filled ones, non cream filled ones. There are ones filled with some alcohol, cherry liqueur in them. Um, I'm pretty much good with all of them. I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate, and I even enjoy the dark chocolate one of these. This is probably the one that I hands down every holiday season. I have to go get me a couple of these um, because it's just. I'm sure you can find it year round, but for some reason, it just for me growing up reminds me of the holiday season, and that's your chocolate orange that you got to whack on a table or on a hard surface to get it to break up, and you can eat the pieces, and they look like orange slices, and it's chocolate with that orange flavor to it. Very delicious. They've started coming out with different flavors, white chocolate, dark chocolate. I saw one with popping candy. Um, just give me the standard milk chocolate. That that makes me happy. I'm good to go there. And finally, the number one item on my list for the holiday treats is the standard Reese's peanut butter cup egg. I'm sorry, egg is for Easter. Tree. I don't know why. I've always enjoyed the eggs in the trees much more than just a regular Reese's peanut butter cup. I think that the ratio of peanut butter to chocolate seems to be different in these, and I can't explain it. Just like I'm a big cup fan, there's a ton more peanut butter and less chocolate. So uh, in this image, I don't know that this is actually a Reese's tree, but it still looks really good. So those are all of the different holiday menu type items that I wanted to cover today. Um, I hope you're now hungry, and I hope that you go out and find yourself a delicious holiday item or drink. And if you've got some Christmas classic recipes or different treats or menu items that you really like, share in the comments. I'd love to see what I might have missed, or you know what weird or random things might be out there that people think of when they think of holiday food that maybe isn't a holiday food. Like for me, those chocolate covered cherries, that's not necessarily a holiday standard, but for me, I think of the holidays. So uh, it's been a lot of fun talking about this stuff to you, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And if not, meh, we'll see you real soon.